Thanks for tuning into our seller interview series. Up today, we've got an Amazon Associates, advertising, and affiliate business for sale within multiple niches. Created in April 2018, the business makes $8,375 per month on average in net profit. The listing number for this site is 46929. Now, we do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the sites they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. We've got the seller today on the call with us to go everything about the business from niche selection, traffic, and monetization. So thanks for coming on today, Danny.
Happy to hear, Brandon.
Yeah, it's really nice to have you on the call. I'm really excited to talk to you about this business you've created. Now I'm going to go into, definitely. Now I'm going to go into a quick summary. The business was built in April 2018, has an average monthly revenue of $8,923 and an average monthly net profit of $8,375. Included in the sale are the domain and all site content and files and all of the social media accounts. So, Danny, can you tell me a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yes, Brandon, sure. I started with building sites in 2004, which is 15 years ago. And since 2005, I professionally do provide SEO services and digital marketing services in general and build and grow sites. I never built affiliate business before, and around 20 months ago, I don't know what else I can say. Let's say a few more words about my background before I, start talking about the particular site. I'm doing only white hat tactics in my career. I tried gray hat like 10 years ago or something, made some money, but it's not a sustainable way of doing business anymore, in my opinion. I have several other projects than this site, which is for sale, but things are pretty good for me. I'm also running digital consultancy, which is, a good side income for me. So should I start talking for this particular site now?
Yeah, I mean, why don't we talk about how this particular business is making money? You said that you have, different monetizations. Which one is primarily generating the most revenue at this time?
So it's almost 50-50 at the moment. Almost 50% is coming from Amazon fees and 50% are coming from AdThrive ads on the site. I want to share this. It's really funny how I found this. So I was browsing my email and I found an email from Flippa. They started to, send more emails to the subscribers back then, 20 months ago. And there was this site, I can say a thin Amazon site, which was making like $11,000 or $12,000 in month 9. I got curious and they foolishly let the URL public. So I found it and I looked at it and in 2 months' time it was penalized. And it was a bit discouraging for me, but I kept working on the business, because these other guys, they used gray hat and black hat tactics. I'm still monitoring the site. And it was really funny how it inspired me to try this model, affiliate business model. So most of the revenue came from Amazon fees, but somewhere around the end of 2018, I was like, I need to get more out of this business. And, most people say, don't put ads when you have affiliate links. But I was thinking they're right because the ads on the site were Google AdSense. It was making like $200-300 a month or something like that, which was, peanuts. And when I got to 100,000 visitors, I contacted AdThrive, but they accepted us when we got to 200,000 or something like that. Suddenly the start almost double its revenue from the ads. And me and my wife decided to keep the ads on the site. And I think this was a good decision because I think roughly the ads are responsible for almost half of the revenue of the site.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's something that we actually see quite often is when, people are under the impression where it's a risk having ads along with, the associate links. And it's actually not. I mean, the more revenue streams you can diversify in your business, the more potential you have to generate, more revenue as well. So it's really great to hear. So why is it that you're deciding to sell the business at this time, Danny?
To be honest, when we started with it, I was thinking, let's be an outlier like Wirecutter, not so big, but make a smaller version of Wirecutter. And I was ambitious and I thought, so we know the process. You build links, you build content, you optimize the content, and you work, just you build the site from the ground up. But when we reached the 12 months mark, somewhere 12, 13, we realized that the site is becoming bigger and we never hired people to help us. So you really need to put an extra effort from now on if you want to grow it. Now we're close to 500 articles at the moment, and there are like 450, and we have like 80 which are not published. So you need to manage this content, you need to manage the links, and consistently, this is more work. And somewhere around month 12 or 13, we were like, we are not so patient about stuff. We buy stuff, but to grow a site to a next level, to be so big and successful in a niche where you mostly review products, we decided this is not our cup of tea and started to think for other projects. To be honest, since April, May this year, we slowed down work on the site. So we kept the work, but didn't make any extra effort, to grow it. Even after the traffic decrease in May, so the Google made some adjustments to their algorithm, and we just pushed more content, but never built more links or anything else. And we just decided to start several more sites and diversify our business. And simply put, it's not our passion anymore, and we want to use the money from a potential sale to fund these new business ideas and also to buy a house in Greece, which is our favorite place to for a holiday.
Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. I've seen that with quite a few associate sites as well. Once you lose that passion for the topic or the niche itself, it's kind of hard to write consistent, articles and consistent content for the business when it's not really something that you personally are passionate about. So that makes total sense. And, I'm sure any potential buyers that are listening to this that have the passion for this specific niche or these niches, I should say, since, it is multiple niches within your business, I'm sure that's something that they can really take to the next level. Now, is there anything that you learned while building this business, Danny, that you plan on using with your future businesses?
Yeah, I learned that this is really good business model. I always avoided affiliate during my career because I thought it's not sustainable to build someone else's business, but Amazon makes it easy. You work with just one affiliate partner and everything is easy. You have Amazon tools, you have plugins which you can use to automate stuff. And it's very easy to build a content site and grow it to 5 figures. We have ideas how we can use what we learned from here. I think the best thing is that it's very easy, to build a site with this business model. This is the biggest takeaway, I think.
Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, was there anything that you had tried that didn't give you the ROI you were expecting?
To be honest, we didn't try much different things than. So my wife was pumping content and we didn't actively build links, but we tried several things like conversion rate optimization with one company, which I won't mention because I don't want to do a bad rap, but still I'm not sure what was, the ROI I got from their services. And this is really some area where a potential buyer can explore. I can't say it is something that didn't work, but we never had the time to put significant efforts into link building. So we only created content. So it will be the buyer should go after building links.
Okay. So, and you're not doing any other type of, well, obviously you don't have any social media platforms right now for this business, do you?
Only Pinterest. We've done some efforts there, publish some content, following people, answering, conversations, etc. But it's really not there is opportunity there because some of the niches we cover, they're housewife friendly. And you can, go and seek potential there, but we never grow it to a level where, you make real money out of it.
Okay. So the majority of your traffic is coming from organic search then, I take it?
Yes, and we have a Facebook campaign, which I only use, to simulate direct traffic to our top pages, which makes money from ads, because I believe that it keeps, the ranking stable.
Okay. And is there any other type of marketing you're doing aside from that, or is that pretty much the general range of marketing that you guys are doing to get your traffic to the site?
We really don't do anything different than pump ads and optimizing, I not really optimized most of the content. I optimized the most popular articles, but yeah, with
Okay.
one sentence, that's all.
Yeah.
with the
No, that makes total sense. Yeah. Now, so hypothetically, Danny, if you were to keep this business and continue, to grow it, what are some of the ways that you would optimize it as it stands now?
Oh man, I have, plenty of ideas. Up till, about 2 months before, let's say in August, I was still thinking to keep the site and keep working on it. But other projects we have right now, they made me realize that we just won't work on the site for the next 2 or 3 months. So this is the reason why we decided to list it. So I have notes here. It's my personal notes, and I'll read from it. So the strategic link building will be the first thing that could be done. And so if the site didn't sell for the good price this year, I'm probably gonna go after that. So we estimated the strategic link building of about 100 to 150 links will help to get the revenue up with around $10,000 to $12,000. After that, we have good pages ranking in top 50, top 40 Google results for really, really big keywords. Each of them can easily double the Amazon revenue on a monthly basis. And also, this pages also require some link building. Recently, we started this in the last few weeks. We started to look for different affiliate programs, will be, which will pay better than Amazon, like ShareSale and other vendors, other websites. And then we were thinking to, let's say we have a review for product X, and we will search in these platforms for similar products. And if they're with good reviews, because we publish only products with 4-star reviews, and we can put offers from these other affiliate platforms. Then there is some untapped opportunity, which is sponsored reviews. We got, let's say, a few requests a week for people who want to cover their product on the site. And we have several this year. We didn't pursue this very hard, but they're paying like 150 to $200 for a review. And we think that if we push more, this could be a good site revenue. Also, the last thing I started to work in the last month is custom affiliate deals. So I've got the top ranking pages, top traffic pages in Google Analytics, and check for the vendors who made our top 3 products for each review article. And then I got their contact information, and I think to start contacting them and ask for affiliate deals outside Amazon, checking if they have affiliate program on their own already. Also, the next one is pro on-page optimization. I started to optimize several pages with Surfer SEO, and the results are really good. I think the on-page optimization can produce, let's say, 20 to 30% difference in organic rankings, and it is a really quick win to use Surfer to pursue this. The another idea I have, which is I think very good one, I saw it from site which was something like Popular Mechanics or something. They have a pop-up which offers Amazon vouchers, let's say $200 if you sign up. And I think this is a good idea, a good angle to get emails of our shoppers, people who use Amazon to buy stuff. Then we have another project which started this summer. My wife tried to make several videos out of our articles with the software I found, which is something like AI powered software. They have, it's like computer generated voices, but I think real people words. It's, the voice is pretty flawless. It's like 98% like a real person. If you don't, if you're not concentrating on 100%, you may not realize that it is not a computer generated voiceover on the videos she makes. So it's like presentations with voiceover. It's really fast, like something like 2 or 3 hours. It took her to make a video out of our articles, and I found several YouTube channels which are pretty big and doing the same thing consistently for several years, which means, there is a bug there. And honestly, I think they're making something like 5 figures. It's very easy to, in my opinion, to hire a virtual assistant, and we have easy SOP you can follow to make these videos with the software we use. We can give this away as well. My next idea is Google Discover, which is quite a new thing for me. For the last few months, I realized in Google Search Console that we have traffic spikes from time to time, which comes from Google Discover. And I think traffic which is coming from social is helping a lot. And there are some Google Discover optimization guides available, which one can follow. And this can bring like instant traffic very fast. Let's see the idea number 10 I have, which is Amazon FBA. You can look at the products which are ranking in the top 10 results, Google, and you can think of outsourcing this easy to make products somewhere, like China, cheap stuff. I've seen examples like this. So it's a basic idea. We didn't go deeper on this. And the last thing I was excited in September, the idea I have was a free or paid community. I found sites like Consumer Affairs or Influencer.com or Consumer Report, which has a monthly subscription. Two of them have monthly subscription, and it is really very lucrative model. And even if this subscription is free, like the Influencer.com one, you keep people coming back to your site. And this direct traffic, because they're leaving comments, they're leaving reviews for specific products, and this user-generated content helps for the freshness of the page. And every time you get direct traffic and freshness factors, it helps with the organic rankings and the growing of the domain authority. I even bought a team which the buyer can use if you want to explore this opportunity. It's a really good one. It's about a membership community around the site. And these are the 10 or so ideas I have how this business can be grown in the next 6 to 12 months.
Okay. No, that's really great that you already have all of these ideas and a lot of stuff already in the pipeline for a potential buyer to just, take these ideas that you have and, backed with data that you've already created and discovered on your business and be able to kind of take this business to the next level and really push it to its full potential. So that's really great.
Really, this is, it was easy for me to make this list because we have these ideas with my wife during the last year. And my idea is if the site didn't sell, we're just going to use these ideas to grow it ourselves next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. Now, Danny, can you describe, the amount of work that you're doing on a weekly basis for the business now?
Right now, it's more like a maintenance for me because I'm logging in daily. It's part of my routine, to wake up in the morning and open Google Analytics real fast, real quick, then check Ahrefs stats, then check rank tracker stats. And even if you buy the site, you need to put at least like 20 or 30 minutes a day just to be sure things are, going good. Because it's my belief that you need to spend time and overview the site health every day. But the other activities I do right now are publishing content we already have in drafts, doing some little on-page optimizations from the pages I see that have potential to, with some easy fix to get a good benefits out of it. And this is it for the last few weeks. And even there were periods in the last year, like 2 or 3 weeks, where we didn't do anything differently than pushing content, nothing else.
Okay. So everything is essentially, you have most things automated for some of the nuanced tasks for the business currently.
Yes, and the site authority is so big that you just don't need to, if you don't like building links or make any extra effort to use these ideas, you just can hire a person after you publish the 80 articles we have. And you just hire a copywriter and go for low keyword difficulty keywords in Ahrefs. This will be enough to rank them in top 10 because the site is authoritative and it's just easy to maintain it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really great to see. And I've also noticed that as well, looking on the back end of this and seeing, the progress of this business and over the years. So that's great. Do you feel on the flip side, there's any potential risks that a potential buyer should be aware of when purchasing this asset?
There's always a risk. And I read something like that the security is illusion and the fear is illusion as well. In my opinion, as long as, the content is up to date, keep the most important articles which brings the most traffic and revenue up to date, and you publish new content occasionally, you're good. But it is a wise idea to diversify the traffic sources, like building email lists, going after YouTube videos idea as well, and I see in my notes one idea I didn't mention. This is traffic arbitrage. If you find a good deal where you make more than spent on traffic, it is also a good way to diversify the risk. Also, as long as you don't do aggressive link building, you're safe to go. And the site is authoritative. You can go aggressively if you want, but I won't recommend it in 2019. At the end, if you're worried if things can go south, you can, just stick to your 9 to 5 job, because building and growing sites require extra effort and, in my opinion, guts, because things can change tomorrow, things can change in 2 years. But if you are smart, if you don't push things with aggressive link building and you diversify your traffic sources and revenue sources, you're good to go.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you on that, especially with the ever-changing Google algorithm changes and, making sure that your content is up to date and relevant as far as what the SERPs are looking for is always important. Now,
yeah. Yeah, just one thing for people who are on the fence. This is a SEO advice because, I have 14 years under my belt. You go to Ahrefs, so you've seen the site because we can mention the URL, but for the people who paid to see the details, we'll load this in Ahrefs. You will see how many keywords it is ranking for and that it's not going down. It's an early signal if there is a problem with the site. If you see that the site is losing keywords fast, this is a bad signal. If you see that a site is losing traffic, it's also a bad signal. And right now, we are gaining keywords and we're gaining traffic, which is a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's definitely very important when it comes to, a business that's, based on a large portion of it coming from organic search as well. Now, on that note, as far as one of the risks I've noticed within the summary, it says that you own a page that redirects that 301s to this business. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I have a page which became viral a few years ago. I don't know, probably more than 2. But it never brought any revenue. I mean, I tried different models. To imagine the scope, how big it was bringing something like 50, 60, 70,000 people a month, probably more in the best months. And right now it got more than 1,000 referring domains. And there are some big names there. I mean, one of the biggest sites in the world. So I was trying to monetize it. I offered it to people who might be interested. I even spoke with Neil Patel and other big names who seemed to be interested at the time of this page, but they also couldn't find a way to monetize it. So I was like, what can I do with it? I started the site which we are selling, and I got this idea that I can, do this redirect, to the site and bring in some authority in the affiliate side. And it worked. After, I think, a month, the traffic and rankings start to improve. And right now, I think it still contributes for the site's success. As I mentioned in the documents, this link will stay for life because this is my most important site. I'm using it for my main email, from my G Suite. I have hundreds of registration in this email for different, programs, software, services, etc. So it will stay forever.
No, that's good to hear. And, it's really great to hear that you're going to agree to keep this link active for the business. I'm sure that's something that may be, something that is a red flag for someone. But the fact that you're willing to sign an agreement to keep this in place, I'm sure, potential buyers will see the value in that. Are you willing to commit to a non-compete, Danny, where, in the future for any other businesses you're running that you'll stay out of this specific niche?
Of course, 100%.
Okay, perfect. And then how much support are you willing to offer potential buyers? Are you going with the typical 30 days email and Skype support, or did you have something in addition you would like to add?
Yeah, I'm ready to extend to the 45 days for the potential buyers because I think a month could not be enough, to get a grip of everything.
Okay. Yeah, that's completely understandable with the size of this business. Now, are you open to negotiating something like an earnout where you'll receive a large portion of the sales price up front and smaller payments over the course of a few months after?
To be honest, I'm not interested in earnouts, but it depends on the offer because, the site is making good money right now. During the holidays and the first months of next year, it will go 5 figures again. So as I mentioned, we want to buy a house. So like 2/3 of the money going to be used for property. And then the rest we're going to use for other projects. So if with earnout, it depends how much money we'll take upfront because we can buy the house using, our savings or a loan and still use the revenue or the profits the site is making to help us with our other businesses. So it depends on the offer, but mostly I don't like the earnouts unless, the structure is good for both sides.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's completely understandable. And that's something that, you can always go into negotiations with depending on the deal offer as well. So, yeah, that's great. Now, last few questions, Danny, wrapping this up. Putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this business is worth buying?
Why? So it's easy to answer. Because if you want a safe whitehead business, which is built from SEO veteran with 14 years of experience, begging to be grown to the next level, like it's easy. I mean, I can put my name after my words that it's very easy to grow to double the earnings in the next 6 or 12 months if you follow my ideas, if you just continue to build content, to update content which is outdated, to do interlinking well. If you're ready to put work, to invest in the site of your time or a little bit of budget, you can double the earnings for sure. So this is the main reason.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. And then, seeing the numbers in the back end as well, I can definitely see the potential this business has. And I'm sure, any potential buyers that are doing due diligence, they can see the value in that as well. That's great. So, is there anything else you'd like to share that I might have missed in this call, Danny?
No, I think we covered it all. I'm open for any questions potential buyers have. So ready to answer all the questions.
Okay, that's great. Well, I really appreciate you coming on the call with me today, Danny, and I'm looking forward to the future and getting this listing sold for you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day, Danny.
You too.
If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. And if you want more information, the link will be below the video that will take you to this marketplace listing. If you're watching this on the listing page and want more information, become a depositor today. When you make a deposit, one of our business advisors will be in contact with you and you will be given everything you need to review this business. Thank you and have a great day.